Olive is an ostrich. She lives with her family in the outback. But Olive is very different. Olive's dad loves to run. Olive isn't a fast runner. Olive's mum enjoys laying huge eggs. Olive doesn't like the look of that at all. Olive's little brother pecks at the ground to find tasty roots to eat. Pecking at the ground makes Olive sneeze. But Olive has an incredible imagination. So while the rest of her family are running, pecking and laying eggs, Olive can be found imagining herself going on amazing adventures when she buries her head down, down into the sand. It was a big room with red carpet, lots of pictures on the walls, and a funny-shaped object with 3 metal legs on display.
Oh, hey, this all looks very posh,
said Olive. She was in the foyer of a cinema. Olive went up close to look at the funny-shaped object on its metal legs.
This is a film camera,
said a man as he walked into the foyer. He was wearing a gleaming white suit with black buttons.
Oh, hello, I'm Olive. You look very smart.
Nice to meet you, Olive. My name is Steve Battenberg. I am the cinema manager. And tonight is the big film premiere of our new blockbuster movie, A Winter Wonderland.
Oh, great. I love a good blockbuster.
So do I. But I lost the last scene of the movie, and I still need to make all the popcorn. Everyone will be arriving soon. What am I gonna do?
Well, why don't I help you?
Great idea, Olive. Hey, maybe you could make the popcorn for me.
So Mr. Battenberg showed Olive how to make the popcorn. You had to put corn into the machine and turn it on.
Well, I should be okay with that. I'll just put the popcorn in here.
But she put the entire bag of corn into the popcorn machine in one go.
You can never make too much popcorn. Well, I think we're all sorted.
But what should we do about the last scene of the movie? Without it, the audience won't know how the film ends.
What happens in it, Mr. Battenberg?
It's a beautiful winter's day. The snow is falling from the sky, and the snowman winks to the camera and smiles.
Olive looked around the foyer and spied the film camera.
A film camera? Your white suit with black buttons? I think I may have an idea. Mr. Battenberg, does the film camera work?
Yes, I believe it does. To record, you just press the button with the red circle on it.
And action!
So Olive and Mr. Battenberg began filming. But something wasn't quite right.
Oh dear, we still don't have any snow.
Suddenly, the popcorn machine started rumbling. Pop, pop, pop! All the popcorn came flying out of the machine into the air.
Oh no,
said Mr. Battenberg.
I think you put too much corn in, Olive.
Don't worry, it's just what we need. On camera, it looks exactly like snow.
So Mr. Battenberg winked and smiled to the camera and looked just like a snowman on a beautiful snowy winter's day.
Oh, Olive, what a great idea. But what about all the popcorn? How are we going to serve it to the customers now?
But the customers loved the idea of snowing popcorn and simply caught it in their popcorn buckets. They were all very excited as the film was about to start.
The film is better than the real thing.
whispered Mr. Battenberg.
And all down to Olive, the director.
That really was a great film.
Said Olive.
Although I had a pretty good idea of how it was going to end.
They both laughed. And as they did,
you're right.
Olive realized it was time to go.
Oh, typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I've been a film director.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
I'm Kailan. Ni hao. That's how I say hi in Chinese. Say ni hao. Ni hao. Super. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. Come and join our good friends. They're all ready to play. And now that you're here, it's a super special day. I'd like to show my friends how much I really care. So when someone needs our help, we'll always be right there. Come on, let's go, go, go. 跟我来. We can make up a game, dance a yeah, and more. Come on, Rin, 2, let's tiger, tiger, roar. Roar, roar, roar. Super. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao, Thailand.
Olive was sitting in a moving chair high above a snow-covered slope. On her feet was some strange, long, thin planks, and she was holding 2 poles. Next to her sat a little elk.
Oh, hello, I'm Olive. What are these planks? And where is this flying chair taking us?
Hello, I'm Stefan. These are skis, and this is a chairlift that will take us to the top of the mountain. Then we can ski down it. Super cool, yeah?
Olive looked down and saw lots of skiers skiing down the slopes.
It does look like fun, but I've never tried skiing before. Is it dangerous?
No. I'll give you a lesson. Soon you'll be skiing down the mountain super fast, yeah?
Well, okay, yeah.
Olive and Stefan jumped off the chairlift and slid over to a small practice slope. Stefan showed Olive the basics. She wobbled, skidded, and kept falling over.
Skiing isn't easy.
But soon, Olive was getting the hang of it.
Well, like this, Stefan.
Well, kind of. Come on, let's ski down the mountain, yeah?
Already?
It's okay.
Said Stefan as he pointed to a sign with a big green arrow on it.
As long as we stay on the easy green run, you'll be fine.
Woohoo! This is fun.
Soon they were skiing towards a fork in the slope. The green run led off in one direction, but the other was marked with a black arrow. It was a really hard and steep black run,
Okay, Olive, we must keep to the green run here, yeah?
warned Stefan. But as she reached the fork, a snowboarding chipmunk shot past, forcing Olive to swerve.
Meg, watch out!
And before she knew it, Olive was hurtling down the black run.
Olive, no! This is too steep for you.
Shouted Stefan as he skied after her. But Olive was going way too fast.
Wow!
The other skiers had to dodge out of her way. Olive reached a sharp bend. She couldn't turn in time and went flying off a snow ramp high into the air. Stefan flew after her. They both landed head first in a snowdrift.
Are you okay, Olive?
Oh, I think so, but now we've lost our skis.
Oh no, the snow's too deep. We can't walk down the mountain.
Olive spotted Stefan's rucksack.
What do you have in your rucksack, Stefan?
It's my emergency supplies, a first aid kit with some bandages and 5 big bars of chocolate.
Some bandages, some big bars of chocolate. I think I may have an idea.
Olive used the bandages to strap 2 bars of chocolate to her feet.
There you go. The bars of chocolate are skis.
But won't they melt?
Not with all this cold snow. And, the branches are ski poles.
Olive and Stefan grabbed 2 branches each, and soon they were skiing down the mountain once more, being careful to stick to the green run this time. At the bottom, they expertly skied to a halt and ordered mugs of steaming hot milk from a cafe. Stefan took the remaining chocolate bar and mixed it into their drinks.
Now we have hot chocolate, yeah?
Olive sipped her hot chocolate. It tasted amazing.
I do love skiing, but I think I love hot chocolate even more.
Super hot, yeah?
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Greg, actually, I've been skiing on a super cool black run.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants!
then drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Ready? SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Standing on a floating iceberg next to an igloo. She was dressed in a woolly hat and scarf.
It's so cold.
Shivered Olive.
It's not just cold, it's freezing. Just how it's meant to be here in the Arctic.
Said a young polar bear who appeared from the igloo.
You're telling me. I'm Olive, by the way.
Hello, Olive. I'm Alfred, and that's my village over there.
Olive looked over at a group of igloos just like Alfred's on a distant iceberg.
But if that's your village, Alfred, what are you doing all the way over here?
Floating further away from my village, that's what. Oh, you see, the iceberg split in two and sent my igloo and me floating out into the sea. I was so busy fishing, I didn't realize until it was too late.
Oh dear. Can you swim back?
I'm only little. I can't swim that far.
Oh, that's cold. Not to worry, Alfred. We'll think of another way to get you home.
I do hope we can. It's very lonely here.
Your fishing rod could be helpful. Maybe we could use it to hook onto the big iceberg and then pull ourselves across.
Great idea, Olive.
Olive picked up the fishing rod and cast the line out towards the big
Oh
iceberg.
no.
Oh, we've drifted too far, Olive. The fishing line won't reach.
Not to worry, Alfred. We'll try something else.
Olive spotted a penguin swimming in the ocean. She reeled the fishing line back and popped a fish onto the end.
Maybe we can get someone to pull us.
Olive cast the fish out towards the penguin. The fish landed in the water with a splash. The penguin grabbed it and tried to swim away. Its little flippers splashed and splashed, but neither the penguin nor Alfred's iceberg moved.
That penguin isn't strong enough to pull my iceberg back to the village. It's just too big, Olive. We'll have to find another way to get me home.
A fishing rod, a penguin, an igloo. I think I may have an idea. We can turn your igloo into a boat. That should be light enough for a penguin to pull.
Alfred and Olive quickly flipped the igloo onto its roof, slid it into the water, and they jumped aboard.
Now we just need a bit of penguin power.
Olive cast another fish towards the penguin, but it flew over the penguin's head and plopped into the water beyond.
Oh!
Suddenly, a huge whale rose out of the water with the fish in its mouth.
Cake, that's not good.
As the whale zoomed off, the little igloo skimmed over the splashing waves towards the village. The polar bears all dived for cover as Alfred and Olive catapulted out of the water, skidded across the ice, and finally slowed to a halt in the middle of the village. A huge polar bear lumbered towards them.
Oh, there you are, Alfred. Did you remember supper?
Yes, Mum.
Replied Alfred as he gestured to the igloo, which was now filled with fish from their journey.
Well done, Alfred. There's enough fish here to feed the entire village.
Thanks for getting me home, Olive. I had lots of fun.
So did I, Alfred. In fact, I had a whale of a time.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, heck? Actually, I went fishing in an igloo with a polar bear.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Hi, you. Newsroom. Now that we're here, just me and you, let's talk, play, pretend. There's so much we can do. It's so great to have a good friend like you.
Yes, it's true.
Happy birthday, friend!
We're gonna meet a mermaid.
Look at the jungle we dreamed of. Space cowboy robots, away! Yahoo!
Somebody say sing.
Me and you,
In Blue's room. You and Blue.
me and you.
In Blue's room. Blue can talk.
Olive was wearing a red bobble hat and a green scarf and was standing on crunchy snow. There were lots of log cabins covered with sparkly decorations. Elves were running around carrying presents. Olive was admiring the decorations and wasn't looking where she was going. She collided with an elf who dropped all his presents.
Ouch! Watch out.
Complained the elf.
Sorry, I'm Olive. Let me help you pick those up.
Thanks, Olive. I'm Eric.
Why is everyone so busy, Eric?
It's almost Christmas, of course. Here at the North Pole, it's Santa's most busy time of the year.
Oh, who's Santa?
Hello, Santa Claus. Bright red suit, white beard. Ho, ho, ho. Really? On Christmas Eve, he delivers presents on his flying reindeer sleigh to children all around the world.
Well, that does sound impressive.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I got a dash.
Olive walked past a big log cabin. Inside, she could see two elves polishing a sleigh.
That must be Santa's flying sleigh.
There was a barn next door to the garage.
And the reindeer must live there.
Olive heard groans coming from the barn.
Oh dear, oh dear.
She went inside to investigate. In one of the stalls, Olive spotted a reindeer.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh.
Groaned the reindeer. She didn't look very well.
Hello, I'm Olive. Are you okay?
I'm Dancer, and I'm feeling really poorly. If I don't get better soon, I won't be able to pull Santa's flying sleigh with the other reindeer. He'll be one short.
Well, maybe there's some way I can help.
Well, there is a magical reindeer potion that might work, but someone would have to travel all over the world super fast to find all the ingredients.
A magical potion, a flying sleigh. I think I may have an idea. Dancer, will Santa let me borrow his sleigh? Maybe I can go and find the potion ingredients.
Oh, sorry, no one drives Santa's sleigh apart from Santa, but you could always borrow his flying motorbike instead.
Flying motorbike?
Olive looked out of the window and spotted a red and white motorbike with wings.
Here's a list of the ingredients. Be careful, Olive.
Dancer, I won't lay you down.
So Olive climbed onto Santa's motorbike. Suddenly it flew up into the sky.
Okay, first ingredient. Chestnuts from the Queen's Garden. I think I know where to find those.
Olive landed in a garden where she found the Queen's gardener, Frank McBadger.
Hello there, Olive.
Hello, Frank. Could you give me some chestnuts, please? It's for a potion to help one of Santa's reindeer get well.
Ah, of course. Here's a few I picked today.
Frank gave Olive some shiny red chestnuts.
Thanks very much. Next on the list, some tennis rackets.
Olive landed on a tennis court where she found top tennis player John McIntosh.
You cannot be serious. It's my old buddy, Olive.
Hi, John. Can I have some tennis rackets, please? It's a Christmas emergency.
Sure, here you go. Hey, want to stay for a game?
Sorry, mustache. Next ingredient for the potion, fur from a Yeti.
Olive landed on Mount Everest where she found a Yeti.
Hello, Mr. Yeti. Could I have some of your fur, please? I'm on a mission from Santa.
The Yeti pulled out lots of his blue fur and gave it to Olive.
Thanks very much. Of course, I'll make sure you get a nice present from Santa. Next ingredient, a tail feather from a cheeky parrot.
Olive landed in the jungle where she found a cheeky parrot.
Excuse me, please can a tail feather?
Excuse me, please can I borrow a tail feather?
Olive plucked a feather from the parrot's tail.
Ouch!
Thanks. You may have saved Christmas.
Thanks, you may have saved
All right. Final ingredient. Smelly socks.
Olive landed in Dudley Sud's laundrette.
Oh, hello, Olive.
Hi, Dudley. Please can I have some smelly socks? It's to make a reindeer feel better.
Oh, no problem. Lots of those around here.
Thanks, Dudley.
See ya.
Olive now had all the ingredients and she zoomed back towards the North Pole. But as she sped along, the parrot feather fell off the motorbike and dropped into the clouds below.
Where's it gone?
But there was no time to find the feather. Olive had to get back. Olive quickly took all the ingredients inside the reindeer barn. Dancer had a big pot of water waiting.
Did you find everything, Olive?
I did, but I dropped the parrot feather.
Oh no, it's almost time for the sleigh to leave. We could try an ostrich feather instead.
That just might work.
Olive put some chestnuts, Yeti fur, tennis rackets and smelly socks into the pot. Then plucked one of her own tail feathers and dropped that in too. Dancer sprinkled over some magic dust, making it safe to drink. The pot steamed and fizzled. Then Olive poured some potion into a mug and gave it to Dancer.
Thanks, Olive. Oh, that tastes horrible.
Olive and Dancer waited, but Dancer wasn't feeling any better.
Oh, I don't think the potion is working.
I guess an ostrich feather isn't quite the same.
Oh no, those bells means the sleigh is about to leave.
Olive looked outside. The other 7 reindeer were ready in front of the sleigh, which was now piled high with presents.
Santa will be here any second.
Olive noticed there were still some ingredients left over.
A poorly reindeer, some potion ingredients. I think I may have another idea.
Olive quickly disguised herself as a reindeer, using the leftover ingredients.
I'll pretend to be you, Dancer. Santa will never know.
Well, it's worth a try.
Just then, Santa Claus himself appeared.
Ho, ho, ho. I see all my reindeer are ready.
Olive's disguise had worked. Santa sprinkled some magic flying dust over everyone. He climbed onto the sleigh and they all flew off.
Yay! I'm a flying reindeer!
So Olive and Santa and the reindeer delivered presents all round the world.
Ho, ho, ho. Away we go, flying through the sky. Ho, ho, ho. Through the snow. And if you're still awake, you'll see us flying by. It's Christmas Eve, and all the children should be fast asleep. I'll pop down the chimney, and I promise not to make a peep. If you hear hooves on the icy roofs, it's only Santa's sleigh. In the blink of an eye, I'll eat a mince pie, and then I'll be on my way. Through the night, what a sight, racing round the world. Whizzing past, lightning fast, delivering the toys to all the boys and girls. Ho, 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 away we go, flying through the sky. Ho, 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 through the snow, and if you're still awake, you'll see us flying by. So I say ho, 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 ho.
When they got back to the North Pole, it was Christmas Day. But Santa's final landing was bumpy, and Olive's disguise fell off.
Oh, what's this? There's been an ostrich pulling my sleigh.
Boomed Santa.
Sorry, Santa. I'm Olive. I'm only helping because Dancer was poorly.
Oh, well, I didn't know. In that case, thank you, Olive. We must go and see how Dancer is feeling.
It turns out I was going to have some babies. That's why I felt unwell.
Well, I never. Let's celebrate with a huge Christmas dinner. Olive, would you like to join us?
Okay, I'd love to. But I need to get home to my family too.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realized it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I've been helping pull Santa's sleigh.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Ready to explore? Come on! Vamos arriba! All right! Let's go! Dora, Dora, the explorer! Dora! It's a super cool exploradora! Need your help to grab your backpack! Let's go! Jump in! Vámonos! You can lead the way! Hey! Dora, 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 Explorer,
Oh, man!
Dora the Explorer!
Olive found herself on a stage with lots of animals playing musical instruments. She was wearing a long black jacket with tails. At the front of the musicians, Olive could see a man waving his arms all over the place.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Olive turned and saw an octopus playing a xylophone. She seemed to be getting her 8 legs in a terrible tangle.
I'm Olive. Is everything okay?
I'm Jenny. Oh, the conductor's going way too fast today. Oh, oh!
Is the conductor the man waving his arms around over there?
That's him.
Said a little mouse, frantically banging on a big bass drum next to Jenny.
I'm Barry, and I can't keep up either.
Olive watched the conductor. His arms were almost a blur.
There is a triangle that goes ting. Quick, quick, the triangle. You have to play it. Jenny's too tangled up.
Okay. How does it work?
Just hit it with a little stick.
The conductor pointed at Olive, and she hit the triangle. But then he went even faster until she couldn't keep up either.
What happened to the big round thing that goes crash? He means those cymbals. Can you play them too? Just pick them up by the straps and crash them together.
Like this?
Not now, when I point at you.
The orchestra kept playing, and the conductor kept conducting even faster.
Triangle, cymbals, triangle, cymbals.
Shouted the conductor at Olive. She had to run back and forth, switching between the two instruments as fast as she could. Finally, the piece was finished. The orchestra and Olive collapsed exhausted. But now, the audience were coming in and finding their seats. That was only a rehearsal. They still had to play the piece all over again.
This is a nightmare. My orchestra is exhausted. What are we going to do?
But why is he still waving his arms?
There was definitely something funny going on. So she decided to go and talk to the conductor.
Excuse me, I'm Olive. Could you please slow down a bit?
Slow down. No, I cannot do this because of the problem I am having with this pesky fly.
The conductor swatted at a fly buzzing round his head, and Olive realised that was why he'd been waving his arms so fast.
I can't get rid of it.
A pesky fly, some cymbals. I think I may have an idea.
Olive grabbed the cymbals and set off, chasing the fly through the orchestra, over the cellos, round the tubas, in between the violins and under the piano.
Come here, fly.
The fly was pretty fast, but Olive didn't give up. Then there was silence. Olive held the cymbals tightly together and listened. She could hear the fly buzzing around inside. The audience and orchestra all clapped loudly.
That was the first ever performance of the Fly and Cymbal Concerto by Olive the Ostrich.
The fly finally buzzed off, right out of the concert hall. Barry and Jenny ran over to Olive.
Well done, Olive. You've got a real knack with those cymbals. Yes, that was amazing. It would be great if you could join our orchestra.
Thanks for the offer, but I really must fly.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Greg, actually, I caught a fly and played in an orchestra.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
You don't need a present with a fancy bow, just give the gift of joy. Make them smile and their heart will grow, just give the gift of joy. Do something kind, do something sweet, help an old lady across the street. When you're helping people and making friends, the gift of joy, it never ends. The gift of joy, the gift of joy. There's something you can share with every girl and boy. You don't need to travel very far, just give the gift of joy. Let them know how great they are and give the gift of joy. You can read a story or make some food, do something nice to change the mood. Feed a pet, water a plant, hug your uncle and kiss your aunt. The gift of joy, the gift of joy. It's better than a bright and shiny toy, it's called the gift of joy. Sing a song for someone's sake. Show a friend a brand new trick. Give some love with a warm embrace. Just put a smile on someone's face. The gift of joy, the gift of joy. There's something you can share with every girl and boy.
Making a video.
The gift of joy. It's better than a bright and shiny toy. It's called the gift of joy, the gift of joy.